Today, we're going to dive into something you probably see every single day, but maybe don't fully understand: your cat's mouth. And as you'll see, it's a place that can hide a whole world of secrets.
So let me ask you a question, straight up for every single cat owner out there. Is your cat hiding a painful secret from you right now? You might think, of course not. But the truth is, cats are absolute masters at hiding pain, especially when it's coming from their mouth. I mean, just look at this cat. Her mouth was a mess of incredibly painful dental disease. And here's the kicker: her owner had no idea. She wasn't acting sick, she wasn't crying, not a single obvious sign. And she is far from alone. Vets figure that over 70%, that's 7 out of 10 cats over the age of 3, have some kind of dental disease. That's the real challenge we're talking about today. Cats are masters of disguise.
So, let's start our little investigation, shall we? What secrets are really hiding inside what looks like a totally normal cat's mouth?
Okay, what's just wild about this slide is that all of these things, they were found in one cat's mouth. The same one who wasn't showing any pain. Just let that sink in. The vet found 6 different problems all at once. You've got your tartar and gingivitis, inflamed gums, a painful broken tooth, gums that are receding, even something called alveolar bone expansion, which is when the bone around the tooth just swells up painfully. And get this one, tooth resorption. It's this bizarre and super painful thing where the cat's own body literally just starts eating its own teeth, the whole shebang, happening completely in secret.
And that really gets to the heart of it, When we talk about a dental for a cat, we're not talking about getting their teeth whitened for a pretty smile. It's not cosmetic. It is essential, critical medical treatment to find and fix hidden diseases and to relieve some very real pain.
Okay, so let's move on and meet the actual bad guys here. To really get what's going on, we need to decode these diseases. Let's call them the villains hiding inside your cat's mouth.
First up is the most common villain of the bunch: gingivitis and periodontitis. To put it simply, this is inflammation. It's the body just freaking out over all the plaque and tartar building up on the teeth. And that reaction makes the gums and all the stuff that holds the teeth in place get red, swollen, and super sore.
Next, we have a really sneaky one: tooth resorption. This thing is not only super common, but it's also incredibly easy for a vet to miss during a normal checkup. What's happening is that the cat's own cells go rogue and start to attack and absorb the tooth, literally eating it away from the inside out. And listen to this directly from our source material on just how serious this is. It says, "These resorptive lesions are very painful holes that form in teeth. The only effective treatment is to remove the affected teeth. There's no gray area there. It's painful, and the only real fix is to take the tooth out, period." And finally, we've got what you might call the arch-villain of the mouth: stomatitis. This thing is a total mystery, and it is absolutely devastating. We don't really know what causes it, but the result is this severe, non-stop inflammation that takes over the entire mouth, not just around the teeth. The pain from this can be just off the charts.
All right, now that we've met the villains, let's bust some common myths. A lot of well-meaning cat owners think they've got this whole dental thing covered, but the reality can be way different.
I hear a couple things all the time. One is, cats just have stinky breath, right? And the other one, which you might be thinking right now, is this: but I buy the expensive dental kibble. I give my cat those crunchy treats. Aren't they supposed to clean their teeth? Isn't that enough?
Well, here's the myth versus the reality. The myth is that hard, crunchy food scrapes the teeth clean. But the reality, those dental diets are packed with carbohydrates. And what do carbohydrates do in the mouth? They break down into sugars. And what do sugars do? They feed the very bacteria that create plaque. So the food that's supposed to be helping might actually be fueling the fire. And wait, it gets better. The source also points out this little gem. No long-term studies have been done on the traumatic effect these hard foods have on the relatively delicate teeth of cats. So not only might these diets not be working, we don't even know if they could be causing long-term damage, like breaking their teeth.
So, if the villains are this bad and our usual weapons are just myths, how in the world do we actually solve the pain problem? Let's talk about what really, truly works.
For those really awful diseases, like that terrible stomatitis we mentioned, the most effective treatment, and okay, this is going to sound shocking at first, is often to remove most or sometimes even all of the cat's teeth. It sounds drastic, but what it does is remove the surfaces where plaque can build up, which finally calms down that crazy inflammation in the mouth.
Now, I know what you're thinking. I know the immediate question that pops into every owner's head is, wait, what?
How is my cat going to eat without any teeth? It's a totally fair question.
And here's the amazing answer. The second that source of constant, horrible pain is gone, these cats just blossom. It's a night and day difference. They often eat better than they did before the surgery. They groom themselves again, they play more, their whole personality comes back. Some of them even keep eating dry food, believe it or not.
Okay, so the next question is usually about looks. We love our cats' little faces, right? So, won't they look different? Won't they look weird without their teeth?
And the answer to that is a huge, resounding no. Like it says right here, you absolutely cannot tell who has teeth and who doesn't just by looking at them. Their face shape, their lips, their cute little expressions, it all stays exactly the same. The only thing that changes is on the inside, where that constant, grinding pain used to live.
This all brings us to our final and, honestly, our most important section. Because understanding all this is one thing, but taking action, that's what really matters. This is all about your role as your cat's guardian.
So, the bottom line is, what can you actually do about it? It really comes down to a simple 3-step plan. Step 1, look closer. You have to actively fight that assumption that no signs means no pain. Step 2, talk to your vet. Don't wait for a problem to slap you in the face. Make an appointment just to check for hidden dental disease. And 3, learn to brush their teeth. It is hands down the single best thing you can do at home to fight plaque.
And hey, don't get discouraged if you've got an older cat. Yeah, it's definitely easier to start this stuff with a kitten, but an adult cat can totally learn to be okay with brushing, especially once you've gotten any of their existing painful mouth problems treated by a vet.
So we'll end on this thought. We started by saying your cat's mouth is a hidden world. Well, now you've got the map. The only question left is, what secrets is your cat's smile hiding from you?